And welcome, fellow Spartans, to turn number 5 of the Teutonic Hotseat campaign on Medieval Two Kingdoms with myself as the Teutonic Order. So let's see what awaits us during this turn. So let's put our passcode in and start it right now. Candidate for recruitment. Yes, we shall recruit him because he could be quite an effective governor to have, so we'll accept him. Messenger arrives. Russia, no hard feelings. Perhaps you shouldn't leave your frontier settlements without a garrison. Oh, right, okay. So Legend has attacked me, has he? Recruitment not completed. It appeared that this was not meant to be. A message of your offer of recruitment has arrived to a funeral procession. So the man I was trying to adopt has now died from some disease. Wonderful. That's fantastic. Jesus Christ. Right. Okay, so yes, but most importantly, and more importantly, Legend has attacked me. So what has he done? He's taken the castle that I held. He's also taken out the army that was ready and poised to hit him at that moat and bailey over here. So he's obviously got wise to my move. He's obviously become suspicious to an extent where he's declared war on me. He saw that army that was quite close to his borders, thought it was an intent of war against him. It was. He's right to do what he did. And obviously he's got wind of it. I didn't think he was going to do it so quickly, actually, but he has. He's Legend of Total War is a very experienced Medieval 2 player, so obviously you can't take him lightly. So he has taken the first fight to me. Bloody brilliant, basically. Okie dokie, so what do we do now? Well, firstly, it was on the cards. You know, we knew this, guys. We knew this was going to happen because Legend has obviously allied himself with Pixelated Apollo, a.k.a. Lithuania. So they've obviously teamed up together. That happened a couple of turns ago. So there was already, ill feelings, rumours starting that they were going to be doing something possibly against me. He's taken these two settlements from the Rambler over here, the Danes. Now, he said in the first episode that his intention to take those two settlements was so he could have a direct access to the west. I didn't believe that. I think that was a false statement. I think he was trying to say that to try and lead us away. And to try and give us false intentions, really, as I say, because I think he actually wanted to have them to envelop me from the north so we can take these two settlements, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do here. And then whereas, now I know Lithuania, if I'm correct, no, they're not at war with me, only Legend at the moment, so I think Lithuania are poised with these two armies. They may as well be at war because look at that. That is a statement of intent. They've got those two armies there with those forts ready and poised to take those two cities next turn. There's nothing I can do about it because even if I recruit units into the region, they're not going to be strong enough to defeat the armies that are attacking them. And as well, they won't be ready probably in that turn that they're attacking. So I may as well, in fact, with these four northern regions, just abandon them, regroup back in the south, gain strength in the south, and then push on from there. Lose these territories. I know it's an extreme situation. I'm going to lose, obviously, a lot of money possibly from doing this, but I think it's the only solution I've got. And just use some Scorched Earth tactics against my enemy. That will annoy, hopefully, a Legend, because I know he doesn't like that tactic. Keep them, obviously, now, here as they are. Keep them on very high tax rate. So, with that, in mind, up them to very high, just so we can get as much money as we can from them while they are still in our control. But scorch the earth, basically, so they've got nothing. The enemy have got nothing when they take the settlements to utilise. Basically, they have to rebuild. Takes time, takes money away from them, and as well, they'll probably have to deal with public order issues as well. So it's going to be a lot harder for them if I do this. So let's do it straight away. In fact, no messing. It's going to be quite loud, this is, so apologies if it's heard in your ears. A lot of destruction going on here. Now I can't destroy the farms and the roads because they are infrastructure on the land, so you can't actually get rid of them. Only buildings that you've constructed yourselves in other ways, basically. Right. That is it. And of course, if we're upping the tax rate to very high, this is going to pee off the populace. So they're going to have to possibly deal with revolts and uprisings, possibly. So it's going to be quite interesting. So that's going to make their lives a lot harder in the north. But yes, as I said, Legend, I think, as I say, taking those settlements to attack me direct there, envelop me from the north, whereas Pixelated Apollo is attacking me from the south. Legend has stated in turn 2 he has no aggressive intentions towards the Mongols, aka Lionheart, at the moment. So where else is he going to go? He's obviously going to try and attack me. He's used Lithuania as a buffer state, and they're now teaming up on me. It's not great the fact I've got split regions. I'm not going to say that as an excuse, because I'm definitely not, going to hold my hands up and say that's the fault, because it isn't. But split regions is harder. Obviously, you've got to control 2 land areas on the map. It's probably easier for factions like Legend, like Lionheart, who've got borders from their on their right hand side or on the corner of the map, for example, on the left hand side over here, for example, the Holy Roman Empire, because they can only expand in one direction technically, whereas I've got to be careful of 3 or 4 different areas, 3 or 4 different sides of control, so it's harder for me in that aspect. So if I can regroup, get rid of these northern lands here, regroup down here with these 4 regions I've got under my control at the moment, and rebuild from there, then hopefully I can start to hit these southern cities of Pixelated Apollo from there. I've had a word with Tsar, who's playing as the Polish, and hopefully we'll be forming sort of an agreement very soon, an alliance. He's sending a diplomat over, try and get trade with him as well. So that will be my western frontier secure, hopefully. He said he's sending a diplomat over in his next turn, so hopefully that should start to come into fruition then. So then, if that's the case, I can, that will allow me to concentrate on the southern parts of Lithuania to take away his border cities. And then I've also had a word with a few other guys as well. So hopefully things will go into action soon, and the cogs will start to move in the fight back, basically. So what I'm going to do is put this army here.
With honor.
Okay. Put this governor over here, and he's going to go that way to Thorn, so he can be the governor at Thorn. So hopefully we can get a little bit more tax out of that castle then. And then this army here is going to go into a fort. So then, next turn, they can hit the southern city of Hadra, or is it Horodna? Or Horodna. There we go. I'll keep with that, Horodna. Because they're not in range this turn, they weren't able to attack this turn. So put them in a fortified state. They've got catapults, so they can attack the city next turn, and hopefully we can start to take the war to Pixelated Apollo. Once we've taken that settlement, I'll try and split this army up a little bit so we can have more manageable, effective armies hitting the Lithuanians on various points. But at the same time, I need to start looking at my settlements, increase the garrison forces. As you guys said, obviously I need to bump them up. It is a problem at the moment, so let's do that. Get some more pikemen into that region there. Not spearmen, we'll go for some brethren, Christ Knights. Yeah, we'll go for order spearmen, actually. I'm not going to take any catapults or siege equipment at the moment, because they'll slow the army down. I'm going to probably break off and give one of those catapults to that army. This is essentially my capital city. It's the best city I can recruit my strongest units from. So I'm going to use this as my sort of military factory in a way. So recruiting there. Hopefully with Thorn we won't have to recruit much, because if we're on the borders with the Poles, then they should be in this non-aggression with me, which is hopefully going to come to fruition, as I say. So I can hopefully rely on Tsar to keep his word on that one. But look at him, he's already brought his pagan priests in Lithuania again, trying to cause havoc here. So we need to start to strike against him. I'm going to bring my bishop over here to see what the situation is with Legend over there. We've still got our merchant trading on the tar. I need to get as well. Yeah, that's what I need to do, is start to look at getting.
How may I serve? Of course, my God's servant.
Actually, no. We'll bring him down here to try and counter the pagan priest. But yes, what I need to do is build a great library. A great library, castle library. Sorry, there in the capital, so that will allow me to recruit both spies and diplomats, because I can't recruit either of them at the moment, and that is essential, especially spies, because they will try and infiltrate the enemy walls and try and open up the city gates, which is in a way better than having siege equipment. Obviously I can attack cities at the moment because I've got siege equipment, but if I haven't, then I need to start utilising a spy of some note. So that's that. Unfortunately, this governor as well has got poor with taxes as a trait, so he's actually getting a minus 10% penalty to tax income, which is essentially the least that I want at the moment. That's I don't want that at all. That's one of the worst problems I could probably have at the moment. I need as much money as I can get, so that's not great. But I've still got it very high, and the city isn't in any problem of rebelling or having any issues with the populace, so we can keep it very high. This settlement is also at very high because of this governor here, so that's good. He's keeping peace down there. If he wasn't there, it would start to get a little bit precarious. We may as well look to get some roads in place to try and up the trade, because if Tsar does get a trade agreement with you as well, and you need to have roads in place to allow faster trade in the settlements, basically. Can we get roads anywhere else? Don't think we can. No. So that's that. We've recruited, so we're going to increase our garrison forces now to possibly hold back against the Lithuanians if they do attack me here. But essentially we want to build up these armies not just to defend but to attack soon. So that's the idea. So we'll start to do that very soon. Split this army up so we can attack that city and then move on to the other settlements as well in the south. I just hope to God that we've got some sort of stability going forward. We're building, we're recruiting, so we can't do much else than that. I think that was the best decision in terms of abandoning these northern settlements, because we had to. We cannot defend them. Let's get rid of them. It's given us a bit of income to get things in the south sorted out, but at the same time, you know, it's just given them more of a problem because we scorched the earth as well. Let's make it as hard as we can for the Lithuanians and the Novgorods or Russia. And I don't think there's anything else I can actually do in terms of my turn. So we're just going to have to pray to God the Almighty that we will be able to come through this one. Yeah, and that's really it. We've got a governor going down to Thorn, as we said. That's fine. That will help our situation. Hopefully, populace and taxes. And I think that's really it. We can't do anything else at all. So, let's have a look here. Priests over here. Merchants there. Yes. So I'm no doubt next turn I will see these two regions gone to the Lithuanians, and I bet these will no doubt have gone as well. So let's leave a little message for Mr. Legend as well. I'll be seeing you soon. Kiss, kiss. That's back to Legend there. See what he makes of that one. Right, anyway guys, I'll wrap up the part here. There's nothing else I can do. Let's hope, as I say, we hold for the next turn, and let's see if Tsar comes along with his diplomats soon. In fact, let's just send him a quick message to remind him of that. Where is he? He's here. Hope to see your diplomat soon. That will just give him a gentle reminder. Okay, guys, I'll end the turn. And it's obviously gone over to the Holy Roman Empire. So let's save it now. And then just quickly rename the game. There we go. Save it. Save game succeeded. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll be okay. If you've enjoyed this video and if you've got any tips, please do leave them in the comments below. And drop the video a like if you have. And I'll be back soon with the next turn, in turn 6. But until then, this is WarriorofSparta for now, saying farewell.